Keels.
This is Jared, back at it again with another episode of Bikini Bottom Banter. We got a banger this week.
Yeah, definitely a banger.
We have pre-hibernation week and life of crime.
Those are classics.
You know,
classics.
Yeah, like hands down. You know, I'm looking at the title when I just said it. I'm like, this might have a subliminal message in it, low key. But anyway, so pre-hibernation week. So Sandy is prepping up for hibernation, and she wants to go the extreme route of doing everything on this giant list with SpongeBob of, like, you know, naming it off the bat. She wants to go, like, it's the industrial park, bike riding there with, like, this obstacle court, fly fishing, froze, like, what is it, like
sand surfing or whatever
surfing.
They did. Yeah,
swimming in a lake with clams, man-eating clams.
She was going in.
Yep. And find the hay in the needle stack.
Oh, that's wild.
And SpongeBob just said, "I'm done. I'm tired. Sandy. I'm tired of this. That's just too bad. I'm tired of this." But and he just runs. He runs and hides, and Sandy goes crazy looking for him and gets the entire town of Bikini Bottom to search for him. Man,
that's a great episode.
I'm telling you, guys have to experience it. Like this. All right, for all the OG SpongeBob fans out there, this is a banger. I'm sorry, Keels. We'll start off with you. What was your favorite joke?
All right, so my favorite joke before we get to the main favorite joke.
Yeah.
It's when they're sand surfing. You know, I guess which is their equivalent to snowboarding. Mm-hmm. Sandy and SpongeBob are going so fast that they're blowing by people, right? And so while they're blowing by people, they blow by one of some random male fish, right? And then it's
and
like
the girl was next to him too.
Oh, his girl was with him. He must have been on a date or something.
He was definitely on a date.
So it was like, it's sort of like how someone may snatch like a breakaway suit or something like that, like the basketball players wear.
Or I was going to say the Marilyn Monroe classic example where it's like that's like a great, but the point is you're moving so fast that the thing just goes.
Yeah, it blows away.
Yeah.
And so he's dressed as a child from like the 1920s.
Got makeup.
He's got the little dumb hat on with the little ridges on the hat.
Yup.
He's got a lollipop. He's on a tricycle, and he's like, I can explain.
He's a grown man.
He's a grown man on a date.
Yo.
And they caught him twice like that.
Yo, when Sandy's searching, wearing the same thing in a random house by himself, because you know the girlfish dumped him. There was no date too.
Yo, he was just chilling by himself.
I can explain.
Yeah, that's funny.
They were trying to make that joke a thing.
For sure.
I guess a side thing that happens also when SpongeBob goes down, the two little kids that try and imitate Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe if we put a hat on him, he'll sing, "Oh, there, yo." And Sponge, life is as extreme as you want to make it.
Yeah, why? That was...
Scared the kids.
Right, disturbed the kids.
Yo.
What else? When they're rounding people up to find SpongeBob.
Yup.
The guy's like, "Gold team rules."
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know that's one of your favorite jokes.
Yeah, hands down, that entire sequence when Sandy's rounding up the people.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Like, okay, so she goes on a nervous breakdown trying to, like, get SpongeBob, gets to a point to where she just needs Bikini Bottom's help. Goes to the Krusty Krab and says, like, you know, you guys were all teaming up to find SpongeBob. Recruits everybody. The one dude... looking in the hole, like, normal face, "Hey, SpongeBob!" Like, atomic waste goes in his face.
Oh, my God.
He looks all crumbly, looking like the dude from RoboCop. Like,
man.
At least I still have my personality.
Yeah, he was broken.
Then, he's not in the poison leech farm. Then look again. Yeah, and then Squidward, he's not in my thoughts.
Well, think again.
Yo, and
to a
T. Joke. When Sandy's like, the time has come to double, no, triple our efforts. How about a break? We've been at it for days. This woman, think about the children.
He's like, that's right. They're going to get in areas that you can't reach. They're like, this is a load of barnacles.
Yo, another meme-worthy moment right there.
That is a meme-worthy.
I heard that. Yo, Sandy goes crazy. It's like no one's going anywhere until we find SpongeBob. This random dude grabs a random fish and says, wait, here he is. That ain't SpongeBob. SpongeBob is square. The muscle dude crunches this dude into a square. I'm ready.
Oh, no, you ain't.
She said, no, you ain't.
Yo, the fact that he crushed him into a square is so funny.
That dude is called Sponge Boobs, whatever, Squid Pants. Like, I'm just, like, he's the knockoff. Like, when you go to the dollar store and it's like, here's SpongeBob, kids. Like,
right, another dude held up the banana.
Oh, I found Sparrow. That's just the, no, the cereal box.
Oh, the cereal, yeah.
That's just the cereal box. Besides, he's yelling the banana. Oh, wait, here he is.
He's like, can I go home now?
That entire sequence has me in tears. How many years? This episode came out 01.
Is that 01? Oh my god.
To this day will still put me in tears.
That's a classic episode, bro.
And I guess the moral is that, like, squirrels can't look under a rock.
Right, because he was hiding under Patrick's house for, 3 days, 4 days?
Facts. Yeah, so favorite joke, hands down. Like, that entire sequence, I'm telling you. You were mentioning there's a guest band, they're Pantera? Pantera.
Yeah.
So they do, like, the rock instrumental music.
Yeah, that was so appropriate music.
Yep.
And that was different for the show.
See, and I like that. Season 2 definitely, like there's some episodes of SpongeBob, they're experimenting in the kitchen. I'm like, I respect it. I guess I also have here in the notes, if you watch this episode in either Persia or Iran, they edit it so that Sandy is wearing a whole long gown dress for censorship.
Oh, instead of a bikini.
Instead of the bikini in her dome. So definitely look that up. But, you know, it's been changed. I think for even the original broadcast, it was like that too. So there's that. Now, here's the thing. The meme-worthy moment. Because you mentioned load of barnacles, but I think we both agree there's another meme-worthy thing. So when SpongeBob finally gets revealed, because all the people in Bikini Bottom realize, oh, he's under the same rock we're hiding under. Yeah. And SpongeBob has to confront Sandy, and then go ahead, Keels, that meme-worthy moment.
Yo, this guy, so they throw him out of the rock, and then Sandy's like, oh, I'm glad you're back, let's do this, and let's do that, da-da-da, there's so much stuff to do. And then SpongeBob just breaks down. He's like, I can't take it anymore.
You missed.
Like,
oh, there we go, yeah.
And he, like, holds up a
razor.
like a shaving razor out of nowhere.
Yep.
He's like, I am a man.
Like that line.
And then he's like, I just can't play with you anymore. I'm like, that is what a man would say.
Yo, that meme right there, I am a man.
Yeah, when he's holding up the razor, that's classic.
That's a classic meme right there.
I say that a lot. Yep. I say that a lot.
Now I know
I wouldn't change anything.
I have the same thing in my notes. Would not change anything.
Not a thing.
I know we mentioned this before. Like, I think when we were just free watching this episode, that Patrick was gone from his house and didn't notice all these people for like at least minimum like 2-3 days.
Yeah. Right.
He comes back with a thing of groceries.
Right. Where was he?
An ice cream cone
for
3 days. He doesn't have a job. How do you afford that, Patrick?
Yeah, where was that dude?
I don't know, man.
That's funny.
So yeah, this episode, perfect to a T. Like,
I won't change a thing.
I dare you, SpongeBob fans, to try not laughing, not cracking one smile at this episode.
Remember when YouTubers used to do that?
What, reactions?
Try not to laugh for reactions?
Try not to. People still do it.
Do they? I've never seen them.
There's this dude I follow. His name is Tyrone Magnus. Shout out.
Oh yeah, shout out to Tyrone. He's from around here, ain't
He is. We saw him a couple times back in the day when we were recording podcasts for Guys Night. And
yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Tyrone.
Yep. And basically, he still does the reactions where it's like, don't laugh. He does it with the Family Guy thing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. But yeah, I dare you. We should.
Wow.
Maybe we should do that.
Try not to laugh reactions.
It would have to be a compilation of like SpongeBob jokes that are like proven to like.
And we'd have to record that too.
Oh, all right.
Okay, we can possibly
Backburners.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a pin in this.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put the needle in it.
Oh, the C needle.
The C needle. Put a C needle into it. And find the hay. All right. So the next episode. All right.
A1 classic.
Life of Crime. See, I'm telling these
A1 classic.
Gold.
Oh.
So it starts off with SpongeBob and Patrick at the Krusty Krab watching old movies with Mr. Krabs, and Mr. Krabs being a hypocrite about how like criminals need to get what's deserved, and like how stealing is wrong, and SpongeBob and Patrick go on this whole montage about all the things Mr. Krabs has stolen. Sandy's hedge clippers, Plankton's lawnmower, still to this day. I don't know.
Maybe he won that in the
poker game.
In a poker game or something.
I don't know. I still think why?
He had a telephone. He had Miss Puff's curlers.
Yeah.
What else? I forget what else he had, but
it was like a whole thing.
Yeah. They would just bringing stuff up. He's like, "What about this?"
Oh, the towel from the sauna.
Oh, the sizzly hot sauna or whatever.
Now, Mrs. Puff's curlers, he definitely was gripping up close to them. It was like, that was a close one.
Right.
What are you, Mr. Krabs, you little freaky deep crab? What you doing in there with them curlers?
You're right. What was he doing with them curlers?
So Mr. Krabs is like, that's not stealing, it's borrowing. And, SpongeBob and Patrick, being naive as they are, say, okay, well, we're not stealing, we're just borrowing.
Mm-hmm.
They go on a walk in the park, and Patrick wants a balloon. He doesn't have any money. SpongeBob doesn't have any money. So they're like, okay, what are we going to do? We can just borrow the balloon.
Borrow it.
And I think this episode is a good lesson for like kids. Like whenever people say like, yeah, SpongeBob, it's like it's rots your teeth. I'm like, no, like
there's some episodes that teach lessons for sure.
For real. Like
this is one of them.
This is for sure one of them where it's like, it tells you stealing is wrong.
Yeah.
So they quote unquote borrow the balloon, and they planned their whole life. They said, we're gonna go to the front of the park. We're gonna go behind the dumpster. We're gonna go to the candy shop. We're gonna
they're gonna play with the balloon with a whale.
With a whale, with a whale. We love borrowing. They had dreams with this balloon.
Yeah, they were ready.
They co-signed with this balloon.
We love borrowing. It's funny.
Yo, and then the balloon just pops.
Out of nowhere.
Pops out of nowhere. Boop. That thing said.
Right, they started panicking.
Yo, SpongeBob, Patrick, SpongeBob, I got the pieces, Patrick, I got the air. I
got the air.
They put the thing together and it's like, wow.
It held for like 2 seconds.
It did. Patrick also, MVP. So they don't want to face up with the fact that they stole a balloon.
Yeah.
So they're like, we have to leave Bikini Bottom.
Go on the lamb.
They
go on the lamb.
Yo, I can't. There's this one scene where, after they, reveal, well, in the middle of them freaking out, the one balloon guy is like, hey, do you want a balloon? It's National Free Balloon Day.
Yeah.
Which is May 5th for anybody listening.
May 5th.
But, it gets to a point where they're running away. And SpongeBob's like, we have to cover our tracks. Patrick with a can of red paint. I'm on it, SpongeBob.
Right,
he has a whole lot.
Just trailing the way.
I can't,
just trailing the way.
Damn. Hilarious.
Oh, man, that's funny.
So, they have the cliche stick with, their things on their back.
The hobo stick, the hobo backpack.
Yep. Where did that originate from?
I mean, that's just an old cliche from, shoot, that might be from like the late 1800s.
For real. It's like whatever you can fit in that stick with a blanket, tie it up. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm running away from home.
Exactly, running away from home. See, but that whole episode is like, it mirrors like how America thought about criminals and misguided youth back in like the 40s and the 50s. And then when they did like petty crimes like that, like, oh, I stole $20 from old man Hankins at the shop, and then they just go on the run and then become hobos, and that's what they thought of.
Jumping trains.
Exactly right, jumping trains.
Jumping trains. Living on the back of a train.
Right, going
with
out
a harmonica.
Right, going out west somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where are you running from?
Right, where are you running from?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Right,
yo, imagine SpongeBob Patrick. We stole balloons. Ooh.
Oh my God! They should have had a scene like that.
Yep, like
they should have had them like hopping trains and all the old.
Yep, all the old cliches.
That's what I would change about the episode. I would have added that to the episode.
All right, I have a different thing I'll change, but yo, I'm telling they could have went.
They could have went
a while.
They could have went. They could have went. They could have went like 2-parter for that one.
I could see it.
They could have went a 2-parter for that one. That would have been funny.
The first SpongeBob 2-parter being that, I could for sure see it.
Oh man.
So when they're on the run and they finally, another hilarious scene. They have a fire under the sea. They're just talking, and then Patrick out of nowhere, hey, if we're underwater, how could there be? And that
only time
that the logic was like, oh, I was blessing you, but now
the only time where anyone decides to speak any logic of like what they can do underwater.
Exactly. That fire said,
like, oh, you want trash? Dissipates the fire.
So
that was cold. After
coming to amends and like, hey, like, you know what, Patrick, like, we can get through this together and everything. They, SpongeBob's like, hey, by the way, I packed us these 2 candy bars to make us last the rest of our life.
The rest of our lives, 2 candy bars.
That's crazy. Imagine living your Olympian like, I'm gonna make this last the rest of my life. Take a bite like every day, like.
Oh my God, that's gonna have to lead a life of crime after that.
Yup.
Gonna have to steal for food.
That's another thing. Can of beans. Another cliche.
Oh my God.
Cliche running away things. Got a can of beans.
Right in the can though, but not even like just not even on a plate. Just straight up can.
Straight up can of beans.
Oh my God, that's funny.
So Patrick sees the candy bar and immediately just goes, I think I'll eat it now.
Oh, classic.
Eats it. Meme-worthy moment for me.
That's the meme-worthy moment.
For you also, all right?
There's no other one.
Yeah. And then he bites his hand and he's like, where'd my candy bar go? He starts blaming SpongeBob. And SpongeBob's like, you ate it.
The way he crunched his hand sounded painful.
That sound effect, that was like Nickelodeon's first attempt at like surround sound with that crunch. It was like that thing said. They said put all the money into this one FX.
Amplified it. Oh my God.
Amplify the sound. That was THX right there. That thing said.
Bro, he definitely broke some bones.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, oh my God, that's funny.
Yo, he went in.
I think I'll eat it now.
So it was a debate. Like, obviously, Buns and Thighs is a runner-up for the meme.
That would have to be the runner-up, but it doesn't hold a candle to I think.
Yeah,
now, man.
And then Patrick being the real MVP, like I'm telling you, liar, liar, plants for hire.
That might be over Buns and Thighs.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because people were saying that as children when we were kids.
100%.
So.
Oh, and then you took my only food. Now I'm gonna store with his big belly. Like
he would have been good for a month.
Yo,
and some.
Now you said that you would actually change when we were watching it. The scene where SpongeBob eats his candy bar.
For sure, I would change that. I would take that out.
Because he was just going in. I would take
that out because
Now why?
Because it was just freaky looking. So to explain the scene, Patrick eats both of his candy bars, his candy bar, and then he eats it so fast he forgot that he ate it, and so he sees SpongeBob about to eat his, and he's like, "Hey, that's my candy bar," and he really thinks that he stole it. He's like, "Nah, this is my candy bar." Da da da, and then SpongeBob is like, "Here, I can offer you it." He's like, "No, I want you to apologize, and I want you to say that you stole my right." He wanted justice.
Justice.
So he was like, "Listen, unless you say that you stole it, I don't want it." And then SpongeBob was like, "Well, all right, I ain't take it." So he opens up his candy bar and he just starts doing all this weird stuff with it. He starts scraping it amongst his teeth. He's licking both sides.
He put it in his ear.
He put it in his ear, both ears, like what's it called, like a Q-tip. What else? A few suggestive scenes. It's just like his tongue, like it shows. I don't even know how they did it. It's like a hyper realist candy bar, and his tongue comes from like
every angle.
Yeah, from like
every angle.
Out of the screen into the screen, licking the candy bar, but the tongue was also hyper realistic, and then it looked like a dick. It just looked like a dick. Which was disgusting. I would take all that out. That just looked freaky.
Also, with Patrick screaming like it's a horror movie. Like,
he's like, it's like, yeah, why are you screaming like that?
So
he's like, ah.
For real, he was going in.
He was going crazy. He couldn't believe what he was seeing.
This man was traumatized.
He said, "Oh."
Patrick was traumatized.
Oh, funny.
So then, after eating the candy bar, basically, Patrick, again, he's a snake. Like, Patrick is like...
Patrick low-key showed his true colors.
For real, he said, "I'm telling on you."
That and he was just like, he was ready to...
spar up.
He was ready to fight over the candy bar that wasn't his. He didn't ration his food. Turns on SpongeBob, and this would have ended like with both of them like dead or something.
Yeah, like
this was real life.
Don't give Patrick a weapon because he would have been.
Man, don't.
He would have been a natural snake.
Yeah, he definitely snaked SpongeBob.
Patrick is the equivalent of freaking Scar. He's the equivalent of freaking Tupac and Juice. Like, it's just the snake of snakes.
Oh, Bishop.
Bishop. He's Bishop and Juice. Like, now Patrick's like, "Give me the candy bar, SpongeBob."
Right. Nino Brown in New Jack City.
Dang.
We ain't never watched that. I might have to show you that.
All right, I'm down.
But
so they both run, again, triggered by Patrick because he's like, "Oh, I'm going to tell on you."
He said, "I'm telling on you."
They both run to the police station, and they confess to them, the police officers, that they stole a balloon. The plot twist is that he throws them in jail, and this is what I would change. I think the Bikini Bottom jails having bamboo sticks is like the jail. It was my first time noticing this, and I think Mrs. Puff has been in jail twice, maybe once or twice at this point.
See, but that was different. Freaking SpongeBob and Patrick, they were in like the county jail. Mrs. Puff, she went to the pen. It's different.
Locked up, won't let her out.
Right, exactly. She went to the pen.
Yo,
at least 3 times.
I mean, the point, like, it hit me. I'm like, they really have bamboo sticks for like the jail cells and for the windows. I'm like, nobody ever thought to this.
Oh, that was the county. You're right. That was the county.
Yo.
That's funny as heck.
So they let him go, and they're like, "Hey, it's National Free Balloon Day. How about some lollipops for the road?" And Patrick doesn't learn his lesson because he does the same thing.
Eats his lollipop all quick.
Which one of you?
Flatfoot
stole my lollipop.
You're right. That's how it is.
All laughing, and then that last line, they're all laughing. I mean it.
I mean it.
I'm like,
he was about to go crazy.
Yo. Yeah, classic.
A1. That's an A1 episode right there.
I'm telling you. See, this is why season 2 exists.
Exactly.
And we ain't even over yet. Like,
I can't wait.
That's... Stick with us, guys. Any final thoughts?
No final thoughts, no.
All right. Well, that concludes this episode. Again, now, if you're subscribed to us and everything on Spotify, YouTube, we're working on Apple Music now. But stick with us because this is definitely a contender for favorite episode. Be sure to check out our episode on our top 5 episodes of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that, because again, season 2 is going to be tough. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's going to be hard, but I can't wait. I can't wait till we get through it and sit and figure out what we're going to have, but I can't wait.
I might need to sit down and plan this, this is tough.
Right, I'm about to start thinking about mine now.
Just keep a list, All right, until next time, this is Jarrett.
This kills.
Another episode of Bikini Bottom Banter in the bag.
We out.
Thanks for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Bikini Bottom Banter. Don't forget to follow Bikini Bottom Banter on TikTok and Instagram for even more content. Subscribe to them on YouTube and Anchor, plus turn on bell notifications to be updated on their latest episode. And if you've got your own jellyfishing stories or favorite SpongeBob moments, remember to share them with us. You might just hear them on our next episode. So until then, stay bubbly, keep smiling, and remember, subscribe to Bikini Bottom Banter to know all the under the sea.